Okay, everybody, here we go. It's me, Gregory Mannarino, Tuesday, February 27th, 2024. This is my pre-market report. Let's talk, you and me, because there's a lot of freaky things going on here. I don't even know where to start. Let's talk about the market just real quick. We got stock futures right now, not doing too much of anything. We have a 10-year yield, kind of stable despite the sell-off that we've seen recently in the debt market. Is it over? Look, this market seems to be defying gravity at every level. And I believe sincerely that the market is going to shrug off any kind of further instability in the debt market because it is counting on the Federal Reserve cutting rates. It's gonna happen. It's a lock. I know some of you out here don't get it. You don't see what's happening here, that the Fed has already got the economy by the throat, the consumer by the throat. They want to and will inflate, create more debt out of nothing. And a key component here is not just the exacerbation or widening of war. That's huge. But it is also going to be buying more debt with cash they can create out of nothing. That's what they do. So I hope that puts a perspective on this for you. If you're one of those who are sitting back here and saying the Fed's not going to cut rates, I think you're being misled on a grand scale. So you need to rethink your strategy. If you are one of those, again, and you're not positioned correctly for what's coming, you're going to lose. And you're going to lose big. And I don't want anyone here to lose, period, the end. So anyway, that's the story with the debt market and the sell-off here. Again, we are seeing war expand very rapidly, this new phase of war against these Houthi rebel, Iranian-backed, whoever the freak they are. That's what we're being told, okay? Even though these attacks have now stepped up, we're not seeing any flight to safety with regard to the debt market. It's interesting, but it's going to change. Just mark my words on that. All right, so anyway, you got the dollar today on a relative strength basis slightly lower. You got Bitcoin over 57,000. Gold and silver catching a bid. You got crude oil this morning. Fractionally lower, but we've had one hell of a run up as of late. Okay, so understanding the current environment here, let's just look a little deeper into this. Let me just cover this real quick. So again, this morning I opened up my email, and I'm getting slammed with people. What's going on with Bitcoin? What's going on with Bitcoin? First of all, people, is this really a surprise to you? For those of you that are writing to me about Bitcoin going higher, are you shocked? Are you surprised? Or have we been outlining this repeatedly? Now, the real story as to why Bitcoin is doing this right now is, well, it's the ETF, which we spoke about, how this would affect the markets a while back, and it's bullish. And then you got this halving, whatever the freak you want to call it here, which makes it harder to mine. It's going to cut mining in half for Bitcoin. So that's another reason why you're seeing what you're seeing. But expect volatility. I would love to see Bitcoin fall significantly, but it's going back up. And it's going much, I can't underscore this enough, much higher. Okay. For those of you that don't like this stuff, you're going to miss the train here yet again, unfortunately. And I don't see the harm in having a little bit of this stuff in your portfolio. I understand a lot of you love gold and silver. No one loves it more than this guy. And you need to hoard that stuff too, absolutely. So we got a couple of other interesting things. On the economic front, how about this? How many of you are surprised to find this out? Housing affordability has yet again, this keeps getting worse. People, they can't afford to buy a home anymore. This is beyond the reach of the average person. And that proves to me that we're in a hyper bubble with regard to real estate. Again, the definition of a bubble is very easy. All right. When the average price of a home becomes unattainable for the average guy or the average girl earning an average salary, it's a bubble. It's that simple. Any asset can fall into that same category. This is epic. This is epic. And this whole thing is going to get very real at one point when, who knows and who freaking cares? You and I are sitting back here just enjoying the ride. Anyway, so with regard to a couple of other things, we got this Janet Creature.
Hello, Greg. You gonna talk about me again?
Yes, I am, Janet. I'm going to talk about you again. So Janet Yellen is urging for the United States to send more cash to Ukraine to fund their war. Now, she's talking about how here we should be tapping frozen Russian assets to fund the war. I'm all for that. First of all, this whole thing is not what it appears to be. I'm just going to leave it at that, because if I say things here that I shouldn't, well, they're going to take my channel down, and I don't want them to do that. So you kind of all can read between the lines here. Now, anyway, so what do you think about that? The U.S. Treasury Secretary urging for more funding for Ukraine. And, of course, every other war that we are in right now. She's a central banker. You understand that, right? Former Fed chair. She's counting on this. And, people generally should be in revolt right now. Again, we're being robbed blind by this mechanism of borrowing cash, pulling cash into the now. But, of course, that's not going to happen because people believe that, I don't know, some divine entity or act is going to occur and they're all going to be taken to some utopian society. Ain't happening, people. Sorry to let you know on that piece of news. Now, Goldman Sachs, I want you to look. This is a headline. This was, I believe, was off of either CNBC or MarketWatch. So Goldman Sachs, falling inflation, which we know inflation is not falling. Inflation continues to rise. And an upswing in manufacturing. What did we just find out? Manufacturing for 22 consecutive months is in contraction. So here we go. We have a Wall Street superbank lying to you and saying that these two elements are going to broaden the stock market rally. Absolutely not. They're dead wrong on that. What's going to broaden the stock market rally is obviously more rigging, more fakery, more rate suppression. They can't tell you that. You see, they can't tell you the truth. No one's going to tell you the truth. And unfortunately, that is the truth. So I think we're pretty much all on the same page with regard to that. Now, let me just say this too. Eventually here, and look, I don't think it's going to happen this year. I think more than likely we're looking for a big change in 2025. In 2025, things appear to be lining up where things are going to change very rapidly, very quickly. Now, we'll see when we get there. But the pieces are all, again, lining right up here. And I can tell you a part of this is going to be the U.S. dollar in for a great, great fall. However, the U.S. dollar is going to be the last domino or the final domino to fall. You understand? I think most of you probably are aware of this. That's how it's going to play out here. Unfortunately, the way that the Federal Reserve is playing out their role in dismantling the current system, and they're taking it apart piece by piece by piece, okay? The biggest element, again, is going to be the dollar. The U.S. dollar is going to free fall. And it's going to fall very rapidly at one point, but it's going to be the last domino to fall. I just want all of you to be aware of that. I think you probably are, those of you that follow this blog, understanding the mechanism behind all this. Anyway, so I want to hear from you about these things. What do you think about Janet Yellen? Let's do it again.
Hi, Greg. It's me.
Yeah. Why I have to do that, I don't know. It just keeps me sane. So urging more funding for Ukraine, and again, calling on tapping frozen Russian assets, which I'd rather they do than, you and I having to foot that bill or any other bill for war here. Did we vote for this? It's an incredible thing to me. I get correspondence from, I don't know, every week, thousands of you. Oh, Greg, you got this wrong. Oh, Greg, you got that wrong. Our votes count. What we say matters. Really? How much more proof do you need that you're wrong? Okay, did you vote for any of this stuff? How about no? And going back into recent history, well, let's just let's just leave it at that here, people. And this propaganda, how many of you are surprised to hear this piece of propaganda from Goldman Sachs? I don't think any of you are, because we spoke about this and how it's going to play out moving forward. And then, of course, we got this government shutdown. Oh, we can fund war. Janet Yellen, yes. How about Janet? How about you explain to people how we need to fund our government? But you want to fund Ukraine. Oh, maybe you should pull some of those multiple millions or billions out of your pocketbook and go send it over there. How about you do it? Okay. All right, people, look, I'm out here. This guy here loves you a lot from the heart. I mean that. I will see all of you later for the live stream, 5 p.m. Eastern, and we're going to cover it all. So that's it, all right? Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. See you later.